Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to another news update where today we are going to be talking about SeaWorld Orlando's new for 2024 roller coaster, and as no surprise to anyone, they have gone with another B&M. SeaWorld Orlando absolutely love B&M. They've already got 4 roller coasters manufactured by this company. Of course, you've got Kraken, which is a B&M Flawless coaster. Then you've got Manta, a B&M Flying coaster. Mako, a B&M Hyper coaster. And earlier in 2023, they opened a brand new prototype ride from B&M called the Surf Coaster, which is called Pipeline. The Pipeline, the Surf Coaster, which is the only one of its kind currently in operation, a new generation stand-up coaster. For 2024, SeaWorld Orlando are going to be putting in a 5th B&M, which means they're going to be tied for the park with the most B&M coasters with Six Flags Great Adventure at 5. So yeah, this park really do like B&M, and they also like putting new coasters in recently. They are investing massively into not just this park, but all of their other parks such as Busch Gardens Tampa, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, SeaWorld San Diego, SeaWorld San Antonio, and some others as well. SeaWorld Abu Dhabi has recently opened, which looks absolutely fantastic. They are investing so much in terms of new rides. In 2022, SeaWorld Orlando opened Icebreaker, a Premier Rides multi-launch coaster. Then 2023 they opened Pipeline, and now this year next year they're going to be opening Penguin Trek, which is another prototype B&M multi-launch family roller coaster. So yeah, this is very interesting because we've not really seen B&M do very many family coasters. Most of the time they are focusing on thrill coasters. They have done a few family coasters. They've done a couple of family inverted coasters over in China. They've also, for this year, opened a couple more family coasters. The wing coasters. There's one at Legoland Germany, which is a family thrill wing coaster. It's a tiny little wing coaster, but it's got a couple of inversions on there. And then, of course, Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington as well, a family thrill wing coaster. So you've got 2 family wing coasters, and then you've got a couple of inverted coasters as well. And now they're going to be introducing a multi-launch coaster, a new prototype ride, which we're going to be looking at in this video. So normally when SeaWorld announce a new coaster, they do a big video about it, showing the layout and revealing the name, and a kind of animated video all about it and giving you some stats of the ride. This time they've not really done that. They've shared some concept art from some of the indoor scenes. So yes, this ride is going to be a mix of kind of dark ride and roller coaster. It's going to feature indoor and outdoor sections. We've seen some concept art of some of the indoor sections, however we don't know what the full layout is going to be yet, and they haven't yet announced this. We don't know too much. We know that it's called Penguin Trek. It's going to be themed to penguins, obviously, if the name doesn't give that away enough, and it's going to be replacing their old dark ride, Antarctica Empire of the Penguin, which was a trackless dark ride where you used to go through, and then at the end of the ride you'd be looking into a massive penguin enclosure. That penguin enclosure is going to be part of Penguin Trek. So you're going to go through the indoor section and you're going to see this big penguin enclosure like you used to on the dark ride, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic. So the penguin enclosure is still open for you to walk around now, however you used to be able to see it on the old dark ride. I never got to do that dark ride, unfortunately, because when I was there in 2019 I was kind of focusing on getting on all the coasters and it was busy, and I just wanted to get on the coasters with it being the first time. I did really want to do the dark ride, however I just didn't get time for it, and then it closed after it just never reopened after lockdown, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a shame, but I am glad to see a new roller coaster coming in. It will be good to see more flat rides coming into SeaWorld Orlando, especially with Florida weather. It's very unpredictable. If a storm comes in and you're at SeaWorld Orlando, you're not in a great place because all the rides are going to close down. If you're at Disney or Universal, it's not too big of a problem because you've got other indoor rides you can be doing. With SeaWorld Orlando, there are no indoor rides or fully indoor rides. This roller coaster is going to be partly indoors, but obviously with the outdoor sections it will still be affected if a storm comes in. So yeah, I would like to see more indoor rides at SeaWorld Orlando, but I think this is going to be a great fit because they do need a family coaster. They've got lots of thrill coasters there. This is the coaster capital of Orlando. They have got some big coasters there, such as Mako, Pipeline, Manta, Kraken. Icebreaker is a family coaster. However, that's probably a family thrill. I'd probably class that as a family thrill coaster. I went on it last summer and it was actually quite forceful. There's some great airtime moments on there and it is quite an intense coaster. I did really enjoy it. But yeah, I do think they need a new family coaster, and I think this is going to fill the gap nicely because this isn't going to be too thrilling. So I'm going to show you some concept art now. We've seen a few different concept art that we've got, including the station where you can see the train design. So I'm going to put some of these concept art images on the screen now. So as you can see with the station, we can see one of the cars in there. So of course you've got all of the different cars. We've only got one of them, but I assume there's going to be 4 or 5 of those cars all together to make the full train. But yeah, we've only seen the front of the train so far, and it looks very similar to these new Intermin trains. A lot of manufacturers are now offering this style of train. Of course, you've got Mack Rise with their lap bars, Intermin have recently started doing them, Vekoma started doing them, and now we can see B&M trying them as well, and Zamperla as well. We're going to be seeing these similar style trains on the new Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point. So yeah, this is certainly a great train design with only a lap bar, very comfortable, makes you feel very free. But also secure at the same time. I do love a lap bar on roller coasters, and of course this is only a family coaster, so you don't need a big over-the-shoulder restraint. But yeah, the station looks really well themed actually, so you've got all of the different colours around and all of the loading bay numbers. I think this station looks really good. As well as that, you can see some of the other indoor sections. So from what it looks like, you're going to be going through this indoor section where there's going to be kind of a snowstorm, what it looks like, and you kind of need to escape the snowstorm kind of. So I imagine the storm's going to start, and then you're going to kind of launch outside to kind of escape the snowstorm. So yeah, that's the kind of feeling I'm getting looking at this concept art, and it does certainly look really good. It looks very well themed, and we have had a quote from the managing director of SeaWorld saying that this is going to be their most immersive attraction at SeaWorld Orlando. So that I definitely like the sound of, because in terms of theming at SeaWorld, it's okay. However, some of the more recent additions, there's not loads of theming. You look at something like Icebreaker, it's very bland. There's no theming around that at all. There's a little bit around Pipeline, however there's nothing around Icebreaker, and I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity because it would have looked amazing with some theming around maybe some icebergs or something. It would have been really cool, but they just skipped out on that. As well as that, Iron Gwazi, that doesn't have a lot of theming. Arctic Rescue, which has recently opened at SeaWorld San Diego, they need to do more theming at SeaWorld because they used to do some theming and make their rides really nicely presented, and now they just place them on a flat plot of land and it's not as good. So I'm definitely liking the sound of this. I really do hope that we are going to see something very well themed with this coaster, and I'm sure we will. Looking at the concept art, it does look fantastic. However, of course, it is only concept art, and we can't really fully trust concept art because sometimes the ride isn't exactly what the concept art suggests it's going to be. So we'll just have to wait and see with this one. But yeah, it's certainly looking like a good ride so far, and now I'm going to go through some stats. So we don't know loads of stats for Penguin Trek so far. However, we do know it's going to feature 3,020 feet of track. So it's quite a long family coaster we're looking at here. It's got a decent length to it, just over 3,000 feet of track. So yeah, that certainly sounds like it's going to be a good overall experience. And of course, that's going to be a mix of indoor and outdoor sections. It's going to be a multi-launch coaster featuring 2 launches, I believe. At the moment on RCDB, it's only saying there's 1 launch. However, I have heard other people saying that it is going to be a multi-launch coaster and that it's going to have 2 launches. So there we go. At the moment, RCDB only says the 1, but we don't know the full layout for this ride yet, so all we know is these couple of stats that we've got. And it's also going to have a maximum speed of 43 miles per hour, so a good speed for a family coaster, really. Something that's exciting and going to get people kind of thrilling, like a first kind of big roller coaster, but it's not anything too over the top either. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic kind of first, more thrilling roller coaster for people, a family thrill coaster. Or family coaster. Of course, it's a multi-launch coaster, however, it's not going to have any inversions with this one. 43 miles per hour top speed, and that's about all we know so far about Penguin Trek, but it certainly looks very interesting. Prototype B&M family multi-launch coaster, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's like. So then guys, that is now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye!